All right, class. So here we are in our brand new document that we just created. It is a letter size sheet, as you can see, and I have opened up my Pages window. If your Pages window is not open, you can go up to Window and then click on Pages. Mine is already open, so there's a check mark. Okay, so to create our second page for our 2-page spread, you're going to have Pages open. Here's my first page. And then right here at the bottom bar, you can click on Create a New Page. All right, so now I have 2 pages. You're going to go up to the hamburger button, and you're going to uncheck Allow Document Pages to Shuffle. Okay, that's all you have to do. Click on it. See, now it's not checked. And then what this allows you to do is it allows you to click on this page and you can drag it up. And then now your pages are actually side by side. So there it is. I'm going to zoom out. Okay. And I'm going to save my file. File. Save. I'm going to name it my first initial, last name. Two-page spread. Okay, with today's date, just so I know. And I'm going to click Save. Okay, so now my file is saved, and I can start placing my elements. The basic elements that you need on your 2-page spread will be your text, whether it's a poem, a lyric, a passage, up to you. You're picking it. And then the second is the image that you're going to be creating in Photoshop. So for our text, you have your type tool. I'm just roughly placing it right now. And I'm just going to put just placeholder text for now. Okay, but please find something that, that inspires you, that you like, has special meaning to you perhaps. And you can add it to your layout temporarily. I'm just gonna do this really quick so you could see a little bit of layout. Okay, and along with this, right, you can also change the color. If your swatch window is not open, you can go to your window, and then you can check swatches. But mine is open, so I should be good. And I'm going to pick one of these colors. The question came up is, can I add more colors? And you definitely can. I'll show you in a different tutorial. But for now, here is the red color that I want for the text. Okay. It's kind of gibberish, but it gets the point across. And so we have our text. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to place my image. Okay, so this is the image that you're creating with the 12 different assigned images. So you're exploring with the different Photoshop tools, um, layer effects, copy paste. So this is my image, right? I have, in order to add the image, you go to File, Place, and from there you find your file. I just knew where to find it. Okay, you click on that and then it opens. So here it is again. If you want to move the photo to one side or another, that is fine. A question that came up after class was, how do I add objects or elements in front or behind certain things? And I'll just do a little, I'm going to add a rectangle, okay? And I'm going to fill the rectangle with a little bit of color, okay? I am able to move this rectangle kind of one in the middle of the page, and I can select my text box and go Object, Bring to Front. Okay. I can also select my text box, I'm sorry, my rectangle, and here's an effect that you can use in InDesign. You go to Object, so make sure you select the object. Then you go to Object, Effects, and you can use the element of transparency, okay, to manipulate this. So right now it's, I'm going to click on Preview so you can see it. But this is in normal mode, so I can lessen the opacity of it. Or very similar to the layer effects in Photoshop, you can have this do some kind of really interesting, perhaps, effect. You click OK, and it will apply it. And so, you know, you can feel free to explore, as we talked about in class. While you're working, make sure you're saving. Okay. For our purposes, let's say that this is how I want my 2-page spread to look. Okay, my basic requirements, right? Some text of your choosing, and then the image, some kind of element. And now you're going to save it out as a PDF, and you're going to go to File, Adobe PDF Presets, High Quality Print. Okay, make sure you know where you're saving it to. Okay, and so I'm going to click Save. And then all of these defaults should be just fine except for one. And I want you to go, it's right here, Export as Pages or Spreads, and you're going to click Spreads. So when it saves the PDF out, you will have the pages side by side. Okay, so you're going to export it. It's going to export in the background. And then when I open up, I'm going to open up, cancel, more. I'm going to go to Adobe Acrobat, and I'm going to open up my 2-page spread, and there it is. And that's what you're going to upload to our Google folder.